Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a tutorial for you on this makeup. This is my version of like summer makeup. It's kind of like a bright, subtle pop of color, but it's like a subtle color. It's peach, so it's not insanely bright. I wore this look in my Generation Beauty video and all day on Snapchat, and I posted a few pictures on Instagram, and you guys really wanted to see a tutorial for it, so I recreated it for you today. Also, I am here to announce the winner to my swag bag giveaway. So the only thing is, today is Friday, and I just uploaded that video today with the contest, so I don't actually have the winner right now, but it will be in some sort of text version right here, your name, and I will be emailing you. I don't know who you are yet, but congratulations, because I can't pick the winner yet, so it's gonna be here when it's ready. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I already prepped my lid with an eyeshadow base. I used the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So now I'm gonna be adding the first eyeshadow. So I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the color Sienna, which is one of my favorite colors to use these days, all days. And to apply it, I'm gonna be using a MAC 217 brush. And the way I'm gonna apply it, I'm gonna be adding it right to my lower crease area, and then I'm kinda just gonna be winging it out, like a really soft wing. Typically, when I don't do winged eyeliner, I like to keep my shadow rounder, just that way it kind of works with the shape of the lashes and everything. But for this look, I'm gonna be winging it out, like a little, really soft, subtle wing. You feel me? And now I'm gonna be doing a little bit of subtle blending in the crease, and to do that, I'm gonna be using this Makeup Forever shadow. This is M664. And to buff it out, I'm gonna be using a MAC 224 brush. So now that we've finished blending everything out, I'm gonna go ahead and add a base to my lid. And today I'm gonna be using this pencil from NYX. This is one of their jumbo eye pencils, and the color is Cottage Cheese. I don't know why I find that so funny. So I just use this as a base for the peach color, just to make it pop a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm gonna be adding the bright peach color to the lid, and the shadow I'm gonna be using is Fresh Peach from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And to apply it to the lid, I'm gonna be using this brush from Bare Minerals. This is one of their wet, dry eyeshadow brushes. I am gonna be adding a little bit of dark brown shadow just to the outer V of the eye. I'm gonna be using NARS from Galapagos. So I'm just gonna be using a little bit of this and a MAC 219 brush and kind of lightly adding it to the outer V of the eye. And for mascara today, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Okay, so now we're gonna add the eyelashes, and these are the lashes that I'm gonna be using today. I don't have a new box of them. This is my only pair. These are from the brand Socialize, I believe it's what it's called, and these are the style Glamorous. So what I love about these is they look like an Ardell Wispy, but they're more winged out. Can you guys see it? They just work really well if you wanna do like a natural wispy lash, but you wanna have it winged out at the same time. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the rest of the complexion. I did just do some self-tanning today, so as you can see, my face is really, really white. People tell me when I don't wear face makeup that I look sick or unhealthy. They think something's wrong with me, but I'm just really, really pale. So I already primed my skin earlier, and today I'm trying out the Smashbox Hydrating Primer. You guys know I love my hydrating primers. I love the Makeup Forever hydrating one. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by concealing my under eye area. I did put concealer in this area right before I started my eyeshadow, just so I got rid of some of the blues in here because that's where it's the worst on me. But for concealer today, I'm gonna be using this one from IT Cosmetics that I've been talking to you guys about lately. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye, and the color is Neutral Medium. So I did wanna talk about like the texture of this concealer because it's not like a lot of the other ones that I use, and I did actually just talk to my mom about this last night. She loves IT products, but she doesn't care for this concealer because of the texture of it. So here it is right here on my little tray. I mean, you can't really see it. This is the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer, and this is the IT Cosmetics one. It has, the IT Cosmetics one kind of has the texture of like, I don't know what else to say, but like bubble gum. It's like kind of like stretchy almost. So it's not like a thick, heavy concealer, but it just has a different texture than pretty much any other concealer I've used before. So I just wanted to point that out. So I'm just gonna be adding this with a concealer brush and then buffing it out with a MAC 130 brush. But that looks pretty good, right? On the under eye. Whoa. Holy shit. So you guys can see the difference. This is with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is this eye right here. I mean, this eye is a little bit worse, TBH, but you can see it does a pretty good job. And then I did want to tell you guys, on other areas of my face where I have a little bit of redness, like here and like just on like where I had blemishes, I used some of this concealer, and this is the Bye Bye Under Eye. This one's waterproof. I don't really know if it's waterproof. I haven't like noticed that per se. It cancels out redness really well. So this is what I've been using on redness. So if you guys are like breakout prone or if you have a lot of dark marks. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and add foundation, and I'm gonna be using a very dark foundation today to match the rest of my loving tan body. As you can tell, I need it. So I'm gonna be using the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is shade number 6. Love this color because it has a very olivey kind of like tan undertone to it without being too orange or too yellow. It's just tan. And then I'm going to be mixing it with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade 106, which is a little bit too tan for me, but I don't know where 105 is, so I'm gonna be using this shade today. And to apply my foundation today, I'm gonna be using the Morphe E6 brush. This is from their new brush collection called the Elite Series, and I absolutely love this brush. It is very similar to the Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush, but this one is just a little bit less dense, so it kind of gives you that really lightweight airbrush finish to it. So I'm just gonna be mixing the L'Oreal and Armani foundation. So here's the two foundations right here on the tray. The one closer to this side is the L'Oreal one. You can tell it's got a lot more yellow in it than the Armani one, which is slowly dripping down. But you can kind of see a difference of the two colors right there. So I'm just gonna be mixing those together and then applying it all over my face. Now I'm gonna be doing some highlighting, and as you can tell, this is not the color of my face. This is like hella dark foundation. So to highlight today, I'm gonna be using the NARS concealer, and this is in the color Custard. This is a lot more subtle than my other highlight colors, especially when I'm doing a deeper foundation than my actual skin tone or when I'm trying to blend in to a tan body. And then I'm gonna blend it out with a damp beauty blender. And I also put some Fix Plus in here. So now what I'm gonna be doing is setting the under eye area, and I'm going to be using my Nye Cameo powder, and I'm gonna be setting it with a damp beauty blender. This one's a different one than what I used to buff out my concealer. So I'm gonna let that sit and cook. Okay, so now I'm gonna be adding a little subtle contour to the nose. As you can see, I have my dent in my nose from my glasses that I wore most of the day today. And today to contour my nose, I'm gonna be using the Smashbox. This is from their little trio that they have. I really, really like the color of this, but I'm afraid to put it directly on my nose because I don't wanna add too much product. So I just kind of stick it on this brush, and this is a Luxie 110 brush, so I just like go like that, so I don't add too much. Sometimes when I contour my nose, it almost looks like my nose is about to break, you know? Like so frail. That's not really the look I'm going for. I'm gonna be dusting off this excess powder, and I'm going to be using the Morphe E3 brush. This is also from the Elite collection, and this one has like a nice tapered dome top to it. And I'm actually just gonna be using a little bit of this yellow powder. This is from the NYX highlight palette, just to warm up this area a little more, just because the Cameo powder is a little bit bright. So I'm just adding a little bit of this yellow powder, and then I'm just gonna be kind of, the subtle yellow tones just help to like neutralize the setting powder that I used under my eyes, because the Cameo powder is just a little bit too bright. All right, so now I'm gonna be setting the rest of my face, and to do that, I'm gonna be using the Select Sheer Pressed Powder. This is from MAC, and the color is NC30, and I'm using a Sigma F30 brush. Just a really light layer all over my face. Okay, now I'm going to be adding a little bit of contour to the cheekbone. Just a little something right into here. And to contour today, I'm gonna be using my NYX contour palette. This is my favorite highlight contour palette ever, and I'm gonna be using this color right there. A little bit more bronzy than what I used to use, but I kind of just blend it into my cheek, almost doubling it up as a contour and bronzer color in one. And for blush today, this one is from Tarte, and this is called Glisten. This is the color Glisten. It's, if I put it up next to the Milani one, it looks a lot more pink, but it's kind of got that same, like, you see how it has like that peach reflection in it? Pinkies up. I just feel like it's really pretty and it looks kind of luminous, so I'm gonna give that one a shot today. And I'm applying it with the Crown IB126 blush brush. All right, and to bronze today, I'm gonna be using MAC Give Me Sun. Can you believe it? I've had this for like 2 years, I think, and I just started using it. And I'm going to be using a Bare Minerals full flawless, or not full flawless, just regular flawless face brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna be adding a lot bit of highlight to the skin. So to start, I'm going to be using the Galactic Face Glow. This is in the color Natural, which is one of my favorite kind of, not necessarily highlighters, but it adds a nice dewy look to the skin. So as you can tell right now, I'm extremely matte. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this right to the center of my forehead. Give me a little dew down the center of my nose. So then to highlight my cheekbones, I'm gonna use something more intense. This is the Mary Luminizer from the Balm. This is like a really intense, bright highlight. So I'm just gonna be using the same brush and applying it to the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the complexion, and now I'm gonna go back into my eyes and finish up the shadow. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Sienna shadow, and I'm going to dust that on the lower lash line, and I'm going to be using the Morphe E36 brush. This is also from the Elite collection. I was trying to check to see if I put in eyeliner in my waterline. So you could go either way with this look. You could use something that's more brightening, like this one from NARS, which is a really nice nude color for the waterline. Or you could go with something a little bit more dramatic. I mean, it's not like super dramatic, but it adds a little bit more definition to the eye. And this is the NYX Très Jolie pencil in the color dark brown. So I'm gonna be using this one today actually because I like it. So I'm just gonna add this directly to the waterline. So here it is with the dark brown liner. It just adds a little bit more, I don't know, it makes it a little bit more sultry rather than more like eye-opening with the nude in the waterline, but obviously that's totally up to you, whichever one you wanna do. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and add some mascara to my lower lashes, and we're almost done with the eyes. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a little pop of highlight to the inner corners of the eye, and I'm gonna be using the Mary Luminizer, the same thing I used to highlight my cheekbones, and just that same Morphe brush. It has a little bit of the sienna on it, but it's okay. And I'm just gonna kind of, whoop, right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and touch up the lash line. And this is what I like to do like whenever I wear false lashes, but like especially with no eyeliner, just to make sure I kind of like hide the band a little bit more. I'm gonna be taking some black eyeshadow. This is the Urban Decay Blackout and the Bare Minerals Soft Focus Liner Brush. I just like to tap a little bit on there and just set it directly on top of the lash line so that way it hides any of the shiny glue. Okay, so we're all done with the complexion and the eyes, and now we're just gonna finish it off with the lips. And this is actually like my favorite part of this look because normally I either wear a nude lipstick or I wear like a bright red or a bright purple or something crazy. I never really mess around with like the in-between shades, especially like corals or peaches, but I'm gonna show you like a really subtle kind of soft peachy lip. Okay, so to start the lip off, I'm gonna go ahead and lightly line it with the Aqua Lip Makeup Forever pencil. This is in the color 3C. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this lipstick. This is Dose of Colors Poise. This is one of my favorite kind of warm, peachy, nude lip colors. So I'm gonna be mixing it with a peach lipstick, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to help blend the lip liner into my lips. And I personally really love the Dose of Colors lipsticks because they're really creamy. They're definitely not like a super matte lipstick if that's what you're looking for, but it works out perfectly for me because I kind of have like permanently chapped lips all my life. So now it's for the peachy color. This is Dose of Colors Angelic, which is so pretty. I've been wanting to wear it for a long time. I just was never really into peaches, you know? Look at me now. So I'm just gonna add it directly on top of the Poise. So then you could always add a gloss on top. I have a few different ones here. I have the Sigma one in Vivid, this color, which is like really bright. This is the one that I wore in my Instagram picture and also on my last video. This is Makeup Forever number 305. And then I also have this one from Dose of Colors. This is called Sunshine Kisses. These are really opaque lip glosses, so it just kind of depends, you know, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. I kind of want to try this Dose of Colors one because it looks pretty. I'm just going to add a little bit. All right, so that wraps up the lip color. You can really go in any direction with this lip, whatever you want to do. I wanted to try something a little bit more peachy than what I did in my last video, so that's why I added this lip gloss from Dose of Colors, the Sunshine Kisses one. But you guys can obviously take it in whatever direction you want to go in. So that wraps up this peachy keen makeup look. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.